Welcome to Eat Your Backyard, where I tell you about all kinds of things I'm into, like growing edible and also growing beautiful plants, tropical sometimes. This is a follow-up to a video that I made about 3 months ago, where I planted a large cutting from a Waman bamboo. That's Bambusa vulgaris Waman, commonly known as Buddha belly. By the way, I apologize for the quality of this camera, the stream. I'm getting a new phone. But in the meantime, I appreciate you bearing with me. Hopefully the image comes out pretty well. You can see I just planted it vertically here, and I've been keeping it watered. And none of these branches were here when I planted it. So all of these are new, including this one. It's gotten rather thick. But the reason they call it Buddha belly is, of course, because it has that bulge, like a belly of the Buddha, so to speak. You know, I'd say, depending on the image of Buddha, it's not always with a big belly, depending on the country. But nonetheless, this is a beautiful, now potted bamboo plant. And what I'm waiting for it to do is to send out a shoot. That's when I really know it's a healthy situation. You can see this shoot here. Well, they're alternating on each side. Right, this one's sprouted, but this one still could. I feel it for see if it's firm. It is, so it's still viable, likely. But some of these lower roots, buds, will sprout, and what I want is for one to sprout under the soil, and that's going to be the healthy one. That's going to be the one that really turbos up quickly. And yeah, so the interesting thing about this, you know, you can look back. I'll later today, I'll go ahead and put the link down to that initial video that this is the follow-up to, and I'll go ahead and actually in that video make a link to this one. But I did, as an experiment, attempt to do something I'd never done before in the What You Got Growing On series on YouTube, on our Eat Your Backyard, I meant, to see if it would grow from small cuttings. And actually, it did sprout right away from the small cutting, but then over the time, it looks like it's brown. But I'm going to keep it in there to see if something beneath the surface is going to come up. But I'll give it another month or so. But if that doesn't happen, you know, I'll chalk that up to a experiment that accomplished its purpose, which is you really need to have a cutting, I think, that's maybe big enough to retain a little moisture. That's not a bad looking little pot of bamboo. Now, if you're thinking of growing bamboo from cuttings, I would say that's a great idea, and it's super fun. There are hundreds of varieties of bamboo with incredible range of uses, qualities, attributes. You can eat bamboo, you can build with bamboo. It's the most one of the most wonderful plants on earth, I truly believe. But they have varying success rates in terms of propagating from cuttings. The vulgaris, which is part of a clumping type of bamboo called Bambusa, is typically pretty easy to take from cuttings. But within that vulgaris, there are definitely types that are tough, but not vulgaris, but within Bambusa there are types that are tough. But if you go down one step lower into Bambusa vulgaris, you get to this and several other types of bamboos, which are all very easy to grow. In fact, they say the Polynesians took bamboo cuttings from Bambusa vulgaris with them to Hawaii. So if you're in Hawaii, you may see Bambusa vulgaris around, and it has some historical context, which I think is just incredibly cool. If I was building a boat to sail out into the ocean to a new land, I would, and I was looking around to see what kind of cuttings and things to bring. You know, papaya's making it on the boat every time. So are bananas, grabbing some pups. You know, things that transport well. Sugarcane, absolutely. Yeah. So anyway, but the bamboo is definitely on there because not only is it food, it is shelter. It is tools. It's just an incredibly useful thing to have. So, you know, useful things, to have useful things in your life. If you know me, if you know this channel, you know I'm into, I love the fun of being useful and having things of use. Nice. Okay, so this is just a short video. I'd encourage you to go take a look at that other video when I get the link up, if you haven't seen it already. There's a pigeon pea video coming out this weekend, which I think you're going to enjoy quite a bit, where I interview Ben again and talk about pigeon peas. And lots more content on the horizon. Also, I'll give you a sneak preview of, I'm going to share with you some things that I got for Jack for his birthday that I think some of you out there might like to know about for 10-year-old kids in your life. So some toys and stuff. So I'll give you some ideas. That's just a fun one we decided we're going to do. Show you some of our favorite toys. All right. This is one of my favorite toys, Bambus vulgaris woman. Hey, have a great day. I appreciate you a lot. I hope you start integrating edibility and plants into your life even more so this year. I continue to do it every year, and one of the things I'm doing is to expand my horizons. So glad you're on the train for the journey. Thank you for watching Eat Your Backyard. Please hit that like button if you found this useful. Thanks.